better now. Hi, everybody. I think I'm some minutes late. It was the network, actually. Good evening, and welcome to another beautiful time with Abidemi Shomoe. So, today, I'll just be taking you on some important, simple, and straightforward points on personal finance. That's what I'll be teaching you today. So I'm sure it's going to be very helpful. It's going to be very handful. It's going to go a long way with your finances. Let's see. Just say hello if you're there, and as you come in, please share this. Share this as soon as you come in. Who is up? Just say hello so I can know the person. That was my hand. Sorry. So, like I said, today I'm taking you on a trip on personal finance. On a trip on personal finance. So someone that gets to watch this later on can be inspired, So I'm going to start. Let me just wait for someone else to come up then. I'm going to hit the ball rolling. I'm going to hit the ball rolling. So, as individuals, or as a nation as a whole, individuals, nations, companies, organizations, we cannot overlook the aspect of personal finance. It cannot be overlooked. What I'm saying is the topic of personal finance is very important, is very vital. So it cannot be overlooked. So I'm going to be sharing some insights with you today, and I'm sure it's going to go a long way. The number one thing I want to share with you is that according to a quote by Dave Ramsey, the first step to controlling your money is to stop borrowing. The first step to controlling your money is to stop borrowing. People find it difficult to be disciplined with money. People find it difficult to be disciplined with money. People find it difficult to restrain from borrowing money, especially when they don't have. Once they don't have money, one of the first things that comes to their mind is, wow, I need to look for someone to borrow me some funds. Instead of sitting back to ask themselves, how best can I raise this money? Are there other alternative ways where I can use to raise this money? So the first step to actually controlling your money is to stop borrowing. So if you're an addict of debt, if you're an addict of debt, such that when you don't have money, you just go and borrow, you need to control yourself. You need to control yourself. You need to be disciplined. Personally, you need to be disciplined. Then in terms of your finances, you also need to be disciplined. So first point is, according to Dave Ramsey, the first thing you need to do to be able to control your money is to stop borrowing. Is to stop borrowing. Welcome, Mr. Biodolutomishe. So good to see you. So that's very important. And that's the first point. The second point is money is a reflection. It's like a mirror that reflects who you are. Money is like a reflection that shows, that is like a mirror that reflects who you are. That's also a quote by Dave Ramsey. Let me say that again. Money is like a mirror that reflects who you are. That's why it's so important. It's so important that we are careful so that we don't become greedy. Because money amplifies your behavior. Money shows forth what you've already put inside of you. So when you see someone that has money and people say that, wow, this man was not like that. No, he was like that. that's that person's true nature. Money shows forth who you really are. It's like a mirror. So you have to be careful not to be driven by greed. You have to be careful not to be driven by egocentrism. You have to be careful not to be driven by lust for money. Welcome Queen Chinwe, welcome Shepherd 6. Please let's share this so that people can join us. So, welcome Princess, I see you. So as I was saying, money is like a mirror. It reflects who you are. So be careful so you don't tend towards the aspect of greed, lust, desire for consistently desiring earthly things. You know, some people can't do without money. Once they don't have money, they can never be happy. Once they don't have money, it's like the whole world is on their shoulders. Those set of people, money is controlling them. I'm not saying money does not have its place, but if you get to the point whereby money begins to dictate your happiness, whereby money begins to dictate your life, whereby money begins to dictate your mood, you have to check yourself. It's so vital. So that's number 2. Money is like a mirror. It reflects who you really are. It reflects your mind. That's my number 2 point. Number three, when planning your finances, you have to factor in giving. When planning your finances, you have to factor in giving. The reason why I'm saying that to you is because look around you. Just look at your community. I bet you some people have not been able to feed properly. That is so certain. And if you are planning your finances and you think that it's all about just you alone, then then one has a long way to go. One has a very long way to go. So when planning your finances, you have to factor in giving because someone somewhere has not eaten. I'm telling you, someone somewhere is praying for a savior to come and knock on their door so that they can eat. That's why it's important that you also remain sensitive to people around you. They might not be able to walk up to you and tell you, I don't have this, I don't have that. But as someone who loves to give, someone who has a heart of giving, you have to be sensitive and observe the mood of people. So number 3 point, when it comes to planning your finances, you have to factor in giving. We must not become selfish. We must not become stingy. We must factor in giving. It's very important. Number 4. The number 4 point I want to share with you is don't allow societal or peer pressure to drive you into unnecessary expenses, into debts. Don't allow societal pressures, peer pressure to drive you into buying what you know that you cannot afford. Live below. In fact, I won't say live within, because when I say live within, it simply means that you might actually spend all that you have. Live below your means so that you can have something to put aside. There's a quote that by Warren Buffett that says, if you see a tree, someone planted the tree there. That's why it's more like a shade for people to sit down under. If the person didn't plant the tree there, when the sun is up, there's nowhere to sit down. That's the way savings is. Don't allow the societal pressure of this world, of countries. For example, if you look at Nigeria, there's a lot of societal pressure in there. People want to impress one another. You know, they want to show people that I am rich. It's a poverty mindset. It's a poverty mindset that tries to prove to another man with physical things that they are rich. It's a mental thing that has to be seriously dealt with. So avoid societal pressures. If you can't afford things, tell people straight to their faces, I can't afford it. For now, I can't afford it. I have some debts to pay. I have some bills to pay. I have some savings to catch up with. I have some investments to make. So don't allow anyone, anyone, even if it's your best of friends or your family, push you into expenses that will put you in trouble. You have to cut that off. You have to be disciplined enough to say no when, if need be. Welcome, Queen Oriyomi. So good to see you. Number 5. So number 4, I said, don't let societal pressure or peer pressure drive you into buying what you cannot afford. Number 5, if you have kids or you have those who are responsible for, you have to teach them the relationship between work and money. Let me say that again. If you have those who you are responsible for, those who you are taking care of, you have to teach them the relationship between work and money. The relationship between work and money, they are directly related. So for anyone who tells you that he's a millionaire, he has to be able to tell you the kind of job that he's doing. He has to be able to tell you the product or the service he is providing. Money don't fall from trees. You have to go work for it. So for your kids, don't make them feel that money is free. Don't make them feel that money is free. So you have to attach responsibilities. You have to attach responsibilities to them. When you're going to give them money, attach responsibilities to it so that they can have a clear picture between what work is all about and what money is all about. Work is God's gift to humanity. Every man must work. Every man must work on a daily basis. I'm not talking about slavery. I'm not talking about Uncle Sam. I'm talking about dignity of labor. I'm talking about creating value for people. I'm talking about creating a product or service for people. So number 5, teach your kids the relationship between work and money. That's number 5. Number 6. Saving money must be one of your greatest priority. Saving money must be one of your greatest priority. If you look at the African economies and the world at large, by the time money gets to our hands, what happens is such funds already have a budget. He already has, this one is going this way, this one is going this way, and you will find out that you are not even saving anything for your future. You are not putting anything aside for your future. So make saving money a priority for yourself, for your family, for your kids. Not saving so that you can consume. Saving so that you can multiply what you have. So make saving money a priority. It's very important. One of the days I'm going to teach on compound interest. So when you save money, what are those things you need to do to ensure that your money is being multiplied? Because it's not just enough to save money. For example, I think the inflation in Nigeria is, I think it should be 15%. I don't know exactly. But it simply means that if you are saving money and the interest is below 15%, then you are losing money. Inflation rate. Did I say inflation? Yeah, the inflation rate in Nigeria is about 15%. So if you are saving money and it's below 15%, automatically you are losing money. So after you've saved money for a period of time, you must be able to invest that money into whether securities, that can actually, or other investments that can multiply what you have. So make saving money a priority in your family, for your kids. Is so important. Number seven, be financially disciplined. Be financially disciplined. Discipline yourself when it comes to money. It's a deliberate thing. It's not rocket science. It doesn't fall from heaven. You have to discipline yourself not to spend all that you earn. You have to discipline yourself to be able to put some money aside for yourself, for your kids, for your family. You have to be able to put some money aside to be able to create wealth for yourself. Like we can't work for money all the rest of our lives. It's not possible. How can you be born and throughout your 60, 70, you're still working for money just to struggle to make ends meet? No. It's not right. That's not the best. That's not the best of things to happen. So you have to be able to discipline yourself. Discipline yourself is not fun. It's not something that is fun to do. No, it's not fun. But you have to subject yourself to such discipline. You have to, out of your income, you have to create a portion that, okay, this is the portion I want to save. This is the portion I want to invest. This is the portion I want to, just ensure that you discipline yourself. Be financially disciplined. Number eight, don't spend your money before you have it. Don't spend your money before you have it. That's a quote by Thomas Jefferson. Don't spend your money before you have it. So because you're expecting your salary or because you're expecting a profit or a business deal, so you decide to spend the money that you have, hoping that the other funds will come in. And you know what happens most of the time? Such funds don't come in. You don't see the brake light of such funds. So you have to be able to be able not to spend your money before you have it. Let your money come in, then you can account for it. Then you can allocate it to the expenses that you actually want to make. But don't spend your money before it arrives. Chill, be calm. When it comes to money, be calm. It's not running anywhere. The basics of life is not money anyway. I know money is very, very important for everybody. But the beauty of life can never be money. Can never, ever be money. Life is much more beautiful than having money. Have you not seen people who have money and are frustrated? Also, people who don't have money, they are also frustrated. So that's just to let you know that money should not determine your happiness. Money should never determine your happiness. That's number 8. The number 9 point is take care of everything that you own. Take care of everything that you own. Do a proper inventory. If you have a land, if you have a car, if you have a house, if you have investments, whatever that you might have, take proper good care of them. Be accountable for all your resources. Know what you have. If you are in debt, know the exact amount you are owing. If you are a businessman that makes profit every month, know exactly what you are earning. If you are a salary earner, know what you are earning and also know what you are paying in tax. Just take care, ensure that you take care of your resources. Taking care of I usually say something. Taking care of your resources is a sign of maturity. It shows that you are matured. Babies can't take care of what they own. That's why you see countries that once they buy something, in the next 5 years, it's gone. It will be there grounded. Then they are not matured. Then they are babies. They are leaders who are babies, who cannot account for what they have. They are leaders who are not responsible enough to be able to manage the resources of a nation. And it's not actually difficult to actually manage what you own. One of the keys to managing what you own is to be able to live a life of contentment. To be able to live a life of content, to be able to, at most times, ensure that the state of your mind is not controlled by money. By that, you'll be able to think clearly. You'll be able to think calmly. You'll be able to address issues with wisdom and strength. So take care of every single resource that you own. And when I say take care of everything that you own, includes your family. Take care of them. It's so important. Then number 10 is every time you want to buy something, ensure that you think about the opportunity cost of that thing. Every time you want to buy something, ensure that you think about the opportunity cost of that thing. What is opportunity cost? Opportunity cost simply means that foregone alternative, meaning that if you don't buy that particular thing, is there a better way, or is there something more urgent that I can spend that money on, or I can decide not to spend it at all? I can decide not to spend it at all. So before you buy anything, always ensure that you think of the opportunity cost. Look at nations, look at countries, look at the way they spend money. Why? Because they are not disciplined financially. They are not disciplined. And being disciplined financially as people who lead starts with our personal lives. If my personal life is not in order, definitely I can't lead someone else in the proper direction. It's not possible. It can't happen. So you have to be able to train yourself. We have to be able to imbibe the correct value systems into ourselves, that life is not all about spending money. For example, look at Nigeria today. It's a society, is a consumerism society. It's a spendthrift society. It's a society that it's a society that is measured by how many cars or how many houses that you have. That's how people with a poverty mindset thinks. Go to some developed nations. They don't flaunt. Some of them even go by bare walk. So rich people, you will see them in coffee shops in the morning. You can never tell that they own the biggest of hotels in this land. You can never ever tell. You can ever tell. So you have to control the way you spend money. It's so important. Because tomorrow you can decide that you can be appointed to lead whatever you want to achieve. But if you cannot control your appetite for money, it will be difficult for you to do a good job. It will be very, very difficult. So you have to control yourself. You have to be prudent enough. If you can't afford it, then let it go. Look for cheap means, or look for alternative means, but quality techniques or measures you can use to achieve that same result. Stop wasting money. Put your money to best of use. Why? Because it's not just about you alone. It's not just about me alone. We have to be able to create a wealth channel so that other people coming up won't have to go through, won't have to struggle just like we struggle. The reason why most Africans, Nigerians, most Africans struggle for money is because there are some basic principles that we've not been taught. Basic principles. Basic about finances. You can imagine if I've been saving since when I was 10. If I've been saving since when I was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now that I'm all grown, 20 years later, I would have been a millionaire without stress. applying the principle of compound interest, the principle of compounding, it will have been a lot much more easier. So I'm going to end with this. Just ensure that you pay close attention to the way you spend money. Pay close attention to it. So it simply means as parents and as guardians or as people that lead, we have to also ensure those under us, we have to also watch the way they spend money. And to ensure that they copy the right value system. Remember that in one of my points, I said that you cannot, I was talking about, let me see that point. I was talking about you can't be, societal pressure. You can't allow societal pressure to drive you into what you know that you cannot afford. It's going to put you in trouble. And that's what you have all around today. I want to keep up. I want to let this person say that I'm a big man. I want to let this person say I'm a big woman. I want my friends to be proud of me. I want them to just say, that guy is rich. Waste of time. It's a waste of time. Who are you trying to impress? Life is short to impress anybody. Live a very quality life. Live a very, very quality life. A life that is rich in value. When you are going to talk about, when they talk about Nelson Mandela, do you hear things like he was the richest in the world? No. Martin Luther King, would you hear that he was the richest in the world? No. George Washington Carver, would you hear he was the richest in the world? No. Because money is not the whole essence of life. I know people will not agree, but money is not the whole essence of life. It's important, but it's not the whole essence of life. The moment you think your life is around money, you are in big trouble. The day you don't have one dime, you'll be very miserable. So it simply means that without money, you must be rich on your own. Your heart must be rich. Your heart must be rich with wisdom. A quote says, fear a government that cannot do anything without money. And also fear a government that can do everything with money. Everything you will become is right here in your mind. Everything you will become is right here in your mind. Thank you so much for your time. And I hope you've been able to learn something. Remember this, and I usually say it all the time. The whole essence of life is not in having money. Some people have money, in fact, they are looking for who to dash their money to. They're just looking for who to give it out so that they can put it to use. Live a beautiful life. Whatever you have, manage it. Don't be in a rush to be like people. Just be calm. Live your life daily. Don't run the rat race. How many things will you, Obama said, how many things do you want to buy? I want to buy the latest. How many? You can't live in more than one. Even when you sleep on the bed, your legs will always be on two legs will be on the bed. Do you want to sleep on two beds at the same time? So be calm. Don't be in a hurry. Don't run anywhere because of money. Be calm. Just ensure that you structure your life with the help of God on a daily basis. Live a fulfilled life on a daily basis. Don't wait for the future. The future is today, so you are not going anywhere. The future is now. Thank you so much for your time. Let me just say hello to everybody. Wow, I have a lot of people here. Biodun Olutomise, thank you for your time. For Ty, Shepherd 6, my ever queen loving Chinwe, how are you? And how are your daughters too? My beautiful wife, thank you so much. Queen Oriyomi, Aopeju Sunday, Seun Yaya, Yomi Jegede, Rotimi Bolaji, Daniel Adiogun, Ademola Adekanye, Asha Ololuwaseun, Queen Chinwe again, Queen Gift, Elizabeth, I know the reformer. Fire up. Fire up. Keep speaking up. People are listening to you. Keep speaking up. Adeyemi Michael Adebayo, Queen Oriyomi, Yomi Jegede, Gwinchinwe. Every day something new will surface. Thank you so much. Guess what? I love you all so much. I mean, I love you. Mwah. Please hit your share button. Just click share, share, share this button. Love you. Love you all.